Welcome back to another video. Today we're back. It is Art Week here in Miami Beach, and I'm going to show you guys the free things to do all across not just Miami Beach but Miami. First photo op here that I'm going to show you guys right off of Lincoln Road on the beach directly. They got a little ramp you can go up, take your picture there. I'm not just going to show you free things to do. I'm going to show you free ways to get around because it can be costly if you rely on Uber. Seriously, stick around to find out how you can beat the soul-crushing traffic during this hectic week. This is an aerial I took a couple years back along the 41st Street corridor in Mid-Beach during Art Week. Fortunately, the city has a plan to get folks between Miami and the beach for $0. More on that later. Also, it's not a bad idea to rent a city bike and cruise around that way. You can ride along the uninterrupted 7-mile-long beach walk to avoid the congested roadways. Alright, if you're in town for Art Week here in Miami Beach, right at the entrance of Lincoln Road off of Washington Avenue, we have these two giant sculptures. It's called Exo World. You got 4 fists, what it seems like, on one end forming an X, and we have the globe on the other side, Exo World on display. It's really nice. A couple blocks down from Exo World, staying on Lincoln Road between Michigan and Jefferson, is an art installation called Dream Machine. Come check it out. It's another great photo op during Art Week. All right, we are on Espanola Way between Collins Avenue and Washington Avenue. This is called Sundial. This is one of the public installations that they have here on Espanola Way. It's really nice. It's meant to interact with the sunlight as the sun goes right across the sky, casting shadows from these palm trees onto it. Otherwise, it's just a really nice photo op. The Wilsonian Museum, located at the corner of 10th Street and Washington Avenue in South Beach, is offering free admission during Art Week, which ends on December 8th. Now, if you're a Florida resident, you may or may not know that it's always free for us. But this week's offer extends the freebie to all visitors. This museum is honestly really interesting, with artifacts from 1850 all the way through 1950. It's spread across multiple floors, and the oohs and the ahs start the moment you glance at the building from the outside. This was built in 1927 as a storage facility, hence the lack of windows. The oohs and the ahs continue into the stunning elevator. I really consider this a hidden gem despite it being so in your face, because if you don't know that it's a museum, then you'd probably just assume it's some sort of building off limits to the public. One of, if not the only, free art fair during Art Week here in South Beach is called Inc. Miami Art Fair. It's at the Dorchester Hotel off of 18th Street and Collins Avenue. Let's go pop in for a bit. All right, we have made it inside of Inc. Miami Art Fair. Came with a free tote bag, which I think is really nice. I've actually never participated in this, so it's nice that we're doing this for the first time in a video, but this is a little directory showing you the different arts. And it's really nice because they're in each of these what look like hotel rooms that you just pop in and check out the art. It's all contemporary and modern art, by the way. All right, we just left the Inc. Miami Art Fair. It is 100% free. Go check it out. You may even get a free tote bag when you go. That's what they gave me upon entry. It's here through December 8th, which is Sunday, the end of Art Week, essentially, at the Dorchester Hotel. Another free thing to do during Art Week is to take part in the No Vacancy contest. 12 hotels across Miami Beach have public art installations from competing artists. These artists are hoping to win the top prize of $25,000, which is selected by a jury of art professionals. There's also a second prize of $10,000 selected by you. The program runs through December 12th. Link will be in the description showing you the list of hotels and how to vote. All right, we are now in Mid-Beach in an area also known as Faena Beach, because Faena is just right behind me, the famous Faena Hotel, because one of the larger installations of Art Week has arrived here. You guys can see it's a massive ship just sticking out of the sand, almost as if submerged. On the sails we see it says, what are we going to build for our collective liberation, and what are we going to give up to burn the sails of empire? According to the website, the work by Galanin, that's Nicholas Galanin, the artist, will rise over 40 feet in height, tying the occupation of indigenous land to the initial invasion of the Americas to extract wealth for European aristocracy. Over in Faena, Miami Beach, 32nd and Collins Avenue, there is an interactive booth that you can register. You can see here it says reserve your free ticket here, and it's essentially a booth that you walk into. You can see there's a couple inside there right now, and you can talk to an AI kind of, I guess, persona. It's really hard to describe, but you can literally have conversations with it, ask questions, and it will respond to you. There's a couple of people already lined up to experience this. You enter right through there. All right, we've made it to our next installation. This is a big one, probably the biggest one of Art Week. Look at the line to park just to take a peek at the elephant. We have arrived to what is no doubt going to be the most popular art installation during Art Week. I mean, there's already a crowd lining up around it. This is known as the Great Elephant Migration. You may have seen it on social media or even the news because it's been really popular. Really interesting about these elephants is that they were actually selling them. I think they still are. Cheapest was like 8,000, most expensive like 28,000, obviously depending on the size of the elephant. I have some aerials I want to show you guys of a couple days ago. I took it early in the morning when you get the best lighting, of course. They are lit up at night, but nothing beats natural light when it comes to public art. By the way, we are between 36th and 37th Street. The cool thing is that they're made from this, which is one of the world's top invasive weeds. It says this fast-growing shrub has a stranglehold on 300,000 square kilometers of India's forests, pushing animals out of their habitats into urban areas. So they're actually doing good by creating these sculptures, and I think the money goes back into conservation efforts. Walking from the elephants, literally just a few feet, is another installation consisting of different stars forming a larger star. So you guys can see there's a bunch of little stars and shapes that from above create a larger star. So I'm going to throw up another aerial that I took. So this is the Miami Reef Star presented by Reefline, which is essentially going to be a 7-mile underwater sculpture park, literally 600 feet off of the shores of Miami Beach over there. Starts next year in phases, so you'll essentially be able to, I don't know if you can swim that far out, but you'll be able to sort of get a boat ride out offshore of Miami Beach, go underwater, scuba diving, and see all of these great sculptures spanning 7 miles, which is the length of Miami Beach, going as far north as the northern border of Miami Beach. Okay, so they have a shuttle system in place, free of charge, that goes across different areas. So the inner loop just stays in South Beach. It goes to the convention center, which is where Art Basel is, Design Miami across the street. Just stays within the confines of South Beach, goes to Mid Beach as well. So if you want to check out the elephant exhibit, you can take the inner shuttle. The outer shuttle, which is very interesting, not only sticks to South Beach, but also goes across the causeway to Miami. So that's how you'll get to Midtown, Wynwood. And then to complement that, they have a water taxi service that is 100% free. I see it approaching right now here from the Maurice Gibb Memorial Park docks. If you guys remember my water taxi video in Fort Lauderdale, it is the same exact company operating this temporary ferry service. I'm actually very happy it's them running this because they were so efficient and on time. You guys saw my video. I was super happy with the service. All right, getting on board the water taxi. All right, we're on the water taxi. So who knows, maybe water taxi will actually take over and permanently have a water taxi service here in Miami Beach. So you guys can see the water taxi marking there, Fort Lauderdale. That is the exact same one we rode. There is a restroom, so that is a plus, even though it is a very short ride. All right, we have since started moving. I will be timing it just to see how long it takes us.
For your safety.
All right, so they just announced that you can actually purchase beverages on board. So you can get soda, snack, wine, beer, cocktails. It's the same thing they offered over in Fort Lauderdale. So it's nice that even though it's like a 15 to 18 minute ride, that's what the lady said, you still get those refreshments just in case you need a power up, I guess, on the way to your destination. But check out as we sail on through Biscayne Bay. It is a very overcast day, unfortunately, but the temperatures are really cool. We're in the 60s. There's the final elapsed time. I know the quote was 15 to 18 minutes. This is still not bad when you consider how terrible traffic is on the Venetian Causeway. Here in the Miami Design District, Gucci has its own installation here. It's going to be running throughout Art Week. It is a giant Gucci snow globe that you can take a photo with. So this is where Jaguar will unveil what we believe is a new vehicle right at this plaza, which is currently hidden. You can see it says copy nothing behind that black fencing right there. Very secretive, but I think we can get a good view from the parking garage. Their commercial has created quite the controversy online, just the way they set out to promote a new product. So regardless of the mostly negative press they've been getting, I think the unveiling will get more attention than it otherwise would have. All right, we're above the tree line. You can see the copy and nothing branding there from Jaguar. part of their promo. They've got a lot of balloons, some lighting over here. Looks like a photo op in the background right there. There is a black tent right over here. I believe that might be where the vehicle will go if it's not already there, because it kicks off December 3rd through the 8th. And I believe this will be open to the public if I'm not mistaken. Another thing to check out while you're here for Art Week, go to the Tesla store. They've got a Cybercab on display just across the street from that snow globe down there. And while you're here, top off your finish with the Institute of Contemporary Art Miami. It's this big building right across from this parking garage. A neat design. I believe it's $3 for up to 4 hours, and it's all free in that museum. All right, we're back at the parking garage. That water taxi is so nice and efficient. Again, it runs throughout this entire week until midnight, with the exception of Sunday when it'll stop running at 10 p.m. just because that's the last day of Art Week. And then after this week, it's really not going to be in existence. Only in Fort Lauderdale, and you do have to pay for that. Just across the street from Art Basel, which is at the convention center over here. It is a ticketed event, so we're obviously not going to highlight it in this video. Across the street, we have some public art installations, great photo ops, plenty to see here. The artist information is off to the left, and this is, by the way, another ticketed event, but of course, being outside of it is okay. It's open to the public, and just being here during the main event, the ambiance, the atmosphere is super nice. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. You guys saw all the free things to do in Miami Beach. Showed you guys how to get around for free. Some avoiding traffic, others you still have to sit in traffic, but it is free. Signing off from Miami Beach now. I hope you guys actually do the activities I showed you, because they're so much fun. And again, you don't spend a single dollar on a week that is known to bring a lot of money into Miami Beach. So it's cool to still have a way to do it for free. So yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.